for fucking viewers or whatever watching now, we're gonna be going over some Trump clips from the
Alright.
fucking CNN town hall. Okay, let's see here. First one. Let's see, which one should we do first? That seems kind of boring. Let's go with this one. Very first response.
President Trump, thank you for your time here tonight. We got a great crowd here in New Hampshire. A lot of
And just be clear, this lady's a ridoid. She's from the Daily Caller, and apparently is pretty fucking bigoted, from what I've heard.
voters with a lot of questions about what your 2024 term would look like, what another Trump term would look like. We'll get to the voters shortly, but your
What was that?
She looks like Caitlyn Jenner.
She's kind of hot, I'm not gonna lie.
polls show that you are
bad she's a
dominating
bitch.
the Republican race right now, but you are also under active federal investigation for trying to overturn the 2020 election
looks like
results.
Crystal
Your
Ball.
first term ended with a deadly riot at the Capitol, and you still have not publicly acknowledged the 2020 election results. Why-
Yeah.
Circus.
He looks so fucking depressed. He knows he's in big trouble because of all the shit he's been going through recently.
Why should Americans put you back in the White House?
Because we did fantastically. We got 12 million more votes than we had in, as you know, in 2016. I actually say we did far better in that election. Got the most that anybody's ever gotten as a sitting president of the United States. I think that when you look at that result and when you look at what happened during that election, unless you're a very stupid person, you see what happens. A lot of the people in this audience, and maybe a couple that don't, but most people understand what happened. That was a rigged election, and it's a shame that we had to go through it. It's very bad for our country. All over the world, they looked at it, and they saw exactly what everyone else saw. You look, even if you just look recently with the 51 intelligence agents, that made a 16-point difference. If you look at the FBI, and Twitter, they call it Twitter files, made a big difference. If you look at
Mr. President, back to what you just said there, though.
What's Elon Musk deleted the Twitter files because of his falling out with Matt Taibbi. But oh my gosh, he just says so much nothing. He just repeats the same thing over and over. Hoax, hoax, hoax. Bad, bad, bad.
It was not a rigged election. It was not a stolen election. You and your supporters lost more than 60 court cases on the election. It's been nearly 2.5 years. Can you publicly acknowledge that you did lose the 2020 election?
Let me just go on. If you look at True the Vote, they found millions of votes on camera, on government cameras, where they were stuffing ballot boxes. So with all of that, I think it's a shame that what happened. I think it's a very sad thing for our country. I think it's a very sad thing, frankly, for the world, because if you look at what's gone to our country has gone to hell. Our borders are bad. Our military has been bad. You look at the taxes, you look at inflation, what's happened to inflation. It's just destroying our country.
Oh my gosh, he's so fucking bad, dude. Republicans officials debunk those claims about fraudulent ballots. What was that?
A lot of questions.
If he was president, would have gotten worse.
It would have gotten worse under either president because of the fucking world events with the Ukraine war and shit like that. It is so fucking tired. It's like he just watched Fox News for 5 minutes and that's where he's getting all of his talking points from. It's like Fox News gets their talking points from Trump and Trump gets his talking points from Fox News depending on the topic. It's so fucking bad.
What he's doing right now is a manipulation technique.
Unfortunately, it's working on a lot of retards there because everybody in the crowd is apparently a Republican voters from New Hampshire or something like that. So,
A lot of questions about the
It's
economy
always
and
the right, like the far east northern border state.
I don't think New Hampshire is a part of the Bible Belt, is it?
Well, it's part of the
Your Mama
northeastern. Basically, like, you know how there are like there's like the poor like trailer park, trailer trash type of uneducated swaths of like Republican voters
Those
in
are
like
called
the
rednecks
Midwest.
and hillbillies.
Yeah,
They're subhuman and deserve to be. The stream's trash. Just let it ride. Nobody wants to hear your input. Let us come up with our own. Bruh, you can go. Just let it ride. Nobody wants to hear you. Just. You can go watch it somewhere else. Then we're just streaming, and having fun here. Anyways, continue, Unicorn. Before this misogynist came in and interrupted you. You there?
Hi, other 10 Republican voters who are just these really, really wealthy people, and that's where they usually live, up in like the north.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue with this.
Foreign policy tonight, but what you just said there, Republican officials debunked those claims about fraudulent ballots. We want to give you a chance tonight.
Who?
Republican
Everybody
officials
fucking
in
who?
Georgia and every single state. There is no your own election officials, Mr. President. So we
People
wanted to
were
give you a
afraid
chance.
to take on the issue, but we have a big problem in this country. We have
we wanted to give you a
elections.
chance to
We have
acknowledge the
elections
results.
that were horrible. If you look at what happened in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, if you look at what happened in Detroit, Michigan, if you look at what happened in Atlanta, millions of votes, and all you have to do is take a look at government cameras. You'll see them. People going to 28 different voting booths to vote, to put in 7 ballots apiece.
Mr.
And
President,
they're all
I
on
have to
camera.
stop you there because there is no evidence of that. Your own election officials testified to that and have said that
Are you able
Republicans in
to
these.
like press the talk or something because your mic is the audio is playing from your mic?
Okay,
Thanks.
sure. Hold on a second.
Thanks.
All right, better.
States
Let me see.
did this in Georgia. There were multiple recounts, including a hand recount. We have a lot of questions about the economy.
Okay, yeah, that should be better, I guess. Okay, so still saying nothing but a bunch of bullshit, basically. You have an agenda. Oh wow, this is gonna be fun.
And unless somebody...
When you've talked about the 2020 election results in the past, you once suggested terminating the Constitution.
Oh my gosh, this fucking dude in the chat, since I'm live streaming, he's just spamming Trump 2024. Bro, I don't think that's gonna happen. I honestly feel like in terms of what's it called? Actual like median voters and stuff, DeSantis is probably gonna beat Trump by a fucking landslide in the primaries. But yeah.
Yeah, we need some. Like honestly,
2020 in the past,
it's like the super right-wing Republican Party. He's gonna look really, really horrible if he runs again. Like if he runs again, we're just gonna like try our damnedest to like make damn sure he's not president.
Oh, there's no way
even
he
though
can become president.
Even if he's like a charismatic liar, leader, or whatever, like the way that the Republican Party looks right now, like they all look like a bunch of jokes. They're literally a meme now.
Yeah.
Like they would have to bring in someone who's more serious, who's more about the issues,
Oh my.
somebody who would not take shit, and someone who isn't just, like flash in the pan. Like just let the meme president just be the meme president, okay? Like we can just keep him in the history of memes.
Yes, Donald Trump will remain the meme president for so many fucking reasons. It's gonna be hilarious. Just like 100 years from now, people are gonna look back on this and all of his recordings and go like, how the fuck did that guy become president? And why the fuck did 77 million people vote for his ass?
Once suggested terminating the Constitution. Do you stand by those comments?
No. You were able to do certain things. I'm not talking about terminating the Constitution. I'm talking about cherishing the Constitution. The Constitution says that we're supposed to have legal and well-maintained and well-looked-at elections, and we didn't have that. I cherish our Constitution, but we have to live up to the Constitution. We weren't living up to the Constitution.
I was just saying there's no evidence of that election fraud. You did once
You're
tweet.
supposed to say that, but I'm glad you say that. But look,
That's
that
the
was a
truth, Mr.
horrible
President.
election. That was a horrible election, and unless somebody's very stupid, and I know you very well, you're not stupid at all, but you perhaps are given an agenda or you have an agenda. Look,
Oh my
we have to have
gosh.
honest elections in our country. We have open borders. We have.
Dude, he just
buttering
accused
her up. He's
anybody who fucking says something he doesn't like has a political agenda. He accused the lady who was interrogating him. I think it was a interrogation when he was talking to the lawyer of Aging Carroll, who accused him of rape. He accused her of having a political agenda as well. This is such a common thing with them. It's so fucking stupid. I
You have a
swear.
political agenda. What is it? Justice.
Do you have any
She's being paid by the DNC, George Soros, the corrupt, progressive, radical left communists. Let's see what.
Man, I wish radical left were communist. So.
I'm a fucking anarchist, so I'm close enough. Let's see. A lot of people were probably there. It was a beautiful day. Trump on Jan 6th. Oh boy.
Your actions on January 6th?
Well, you know, January 6th was, again, we go back to it, but January 6th had to do with the fact that hundreds of thousands of people, and you don't see the pictures very often. A lot of the people here probably were there. January 6th, it was the largest crowd I've ever spoken to. That was prior to the walk down to the Capitol building. I don't think, and I've spoken to hundreds of thousands of people. I've never spoken to a crowd as large as this. And that was because they thought the election was rigged. And they were there proud. They were there with love in their heart. That was an unbelievable, and it was a beautiful day.
Do you have any regrets about your actions on January 6th?
Well, you know, January 6th was, again, we go back to it, but January 6th had to do with the fact that hundreds of thousands of people, and you don't see the pictures very often. A lot of the people here probably were there. January 6th, it was the largest crowd I've ever spoken to. That was prior to the walk down to the Capitol building. I don't think, and I've spoken to hundreds of thousands of people. I've never spoken to a crowd as large as this. And that was because they thought the election was rigged. And they were there proud. They were there with love in their heart. That was an unbelievable, and it was a beautiful day.
Do you have any regrets about your actions on January 6th?
Like, give Nancy Pelosi a hug around her neck.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what this one is.
Twitter now use Truth Social. I think it's far superior. Okay, I hope everybody's on. I hope everybody's on Truth.
Oh shit, he brought papers. Let's see. It's a beautiful video. Trump on which he professed love to.
When it was clear they weren't being peaceful, why did you wait 3 hours to tell them to leave the Capitol? They listen to you like no one else. You know that.
They do. I agree with that. But
So why didn't you tell them to go home sooner?
Nancy Pelosi and the mayor are in charge. I assume they were able to do their job. They weren't.
But Pelosi's not in charge of Capitol
And if you remember,
security.
I made a video right outside the Oval Office in the Rose Garden. And I'm very proud of that video. I didn't have a script. I don't need scripts like a certain person that's in there
What
right
time?
now.
The video. It came out much later after they had already attacked the Capitol.
It was a great video. And it was a beautiful video. And it said, I mean, I don't want to read it all, but you have to go home now. We have to have peace.
Windows. They were hitting officers with
He's
flagpoles.
so fucking stupid, dude. Let's see. Trump calls
Yo, we
cop who
gotta
shot Ashley Babbitt a thug. Okay, that's... Some of this isn't really that interesting, to be honest. On the plus, after he says, shouldn't have done more on... Okay. Says he intends to pardon many of the rioters. What was that?
I just really love how he's just like, I made such a beautiful video.
It is the most beautiful video I ever made. You gotta believe me about that because I'm Donald Trump. You better suck my cock. Let's see here. Oh boy,
pardoning
what's
a
this?
large portion of those. But when you said you are considering pardoning a large portion of those charged with crimes on January 6th, does that include the 4 Proud Boys members who were charged and convicted of seditious conspiracy?
I don't know. I'd have to look at their case, but I will say in Washington, D.C., you cannot get a fair trial. You cannot. Just like in New York City, you can't get a fair trial either.
But when you said you are
Bruh,
considering
I'm not
pardoning
kidding.
a
There's
large...
this guy in my YouTube chat right now. He's legit. He's making like fucking multiple accounts or some shit. I keep putting him in timeout and hiding his channel. Hiding his channels. And he keeps making fucking what's backup accounts or something just so he can spam my chat. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Or why he's so obsessed with me.
Thinks you're a libtard.
Amen, brother. I truly am a libtard, and he is epically trolling me by wasting his time using multiple accounts to spam a channel with 333 subscribers. Oh my gosh. I'll just keep muting all of your fucking, all of your things, or we can even talk on Discord if you want. You can join the call. We can talk about Trump and
Yeah.
shit if you want. Put your Discord in the chat and I'll add you.
He's.
If you have another account, that is. Fucking retard. Okay, let's see what he has to say
Usually
about the recent case.
Usually you leave office, you say, I'm sorry, but I'm going to back home. I'm back home to my family and everything. I'm going to be resigning. My poll numbers went up, and they went up with the other fake charge, too. Because what's happening is they're doing this for election interference. This woman,
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know her. I never met her. I have no idea who she is. I had a picture taken years ago with her and her husband, nice guy, John Johnson. He was a new
John Johnson. Why does that sound like a porn name?
Johnson.
That
Johnson
sounds like a
Johnson.
fucking fake name.
This is where I forced my Johnson next to Johnson and Johnson with all the
Johnson and
Johnson.
Johnson and Johnson and Johnson. Johnson and Johnson.
newscaster, a very nice man. She called him an ape. Happens to be African American. Called him an ape. The judge wouldn't allow us to put that in. Her dog or her cat was named Vagina. The judge wouldn't allow us to put that in.
What? Who named their cat Vagina?
He says he knows nothing about this woman yet. Apparently, somehow he knows she named her cat Vagina.
Don't you know that's public record? She puts it on her private Facebook profile.
You don't know the woman, but you know she named her cat Vagina. That is the most random ass thing you can ever know about a person. This fucking man. Just wanted to have a conversation. Why? One second, I'm gonna pop it up on the fucking screen real quick. Oh, I guess it's not showing
Okay.
it. But this guy is on his 5th account in my YouTube chat saying, just wanted to have a conversation, despite all him doing is fucking spamming Trump 2024 in the chat. Why are you blocking me? Why are you blocking me and insulting me? Because you spammed my chat, and you're just... How many fucking more channels do you have,
God
dude?
hates you, Shatter. God fucking made you really fucking ugly.
He's
and
gone
really
through like
fucking
5.
poor.
He's gone through like 5 fucking channels so far in order to talk into my chat. I don't know why he's doing that. It's so fucking weird. But anyways, let's hear what more about what Trump has to say about the woman who named her cat Vagina.
An ape. The judge wouldn't allow us to put that in. Her dog or her cat was named Vagina. The judge wouldn't allow it to...
the way he says vagina, I gotta make that my new alarm.
Vagina.
The judge wouldn't allow it to put that in. It was named Vagina.
Vagina.
Or her cat was named Vagina.
Vagina.
The judge wouldn't allow it to put that in. All of these things he would, but with her they can put in anything. Access
This
Hollywood.
was a jury
put in
of
anything.
9 people who found
That's right.
you liable of sexual abuse. Do you think that will deter women from voting for you?
No, I don't think so, because I think the whole thing, just so you understand,
Women
ready?
love me.
I never met this woman. I never saw this woman.
Bill Clinton's beta, I never had sexual relations with that woman, versus the Giga Chad Trump. Who the fuck is she even? I need to make a
I remember
Wojak meme of
standing
that.
next to her.
I need to make
with
a
my
Wojak of
Johnson.
that. I fucked her while her
But-
cat vagina was staring. Her cat vagina was
That's-
staring as I was grasping her breasts.
I just I just have a picture of her next to her lovely husband called Mike Johnson.
Did you know that that Trump mistook, you know Carol, right? The woman who's has the case against him. He mistaked Carol for his second wife. Right after saying that Carol was not his type. He mistaked the person not his type for his wife. You cannot get any more fucking deranged than this. It is comical. How the fuck anybody takes this guy seriously? You have to have a child fucking mind to watch this guy and think he is mentally fit to run for office. It's insane.
Well, we have
This
a lot
one-
of children in our country.
That's a
Some of
fucking
them are allowed to
understatement.
vote.
I'm seeing people who are like in their 50s and 60s on Twitter, like Cat Turd and these other fucking accounts, praising Trump for acting like a petulant child and talking down to the fucking question lady. And, and they're claiming this is a debate and shit when no, bitch, this is a town hall. This is a town hall. This is not a fucking debate. You utter fucking retards. You subhuman troglodytes. You fucking Neanderthals. Absolute subhuman trash. It is insane. I swear, dude, I am hiding my power level so much when I'm talking about these people. Because it's like, there is so much I want to say, which I know I probably get put on a fucking watch list for, given my feelings on these people. I swear.
Woman said, I met her at the front door of Bergdorf Goodman, which I rarely go into other than for a couple of charities. I met her in the front door. She was about 60 years old, and this is like 22, 23 years ago. I met her in the front door of Bergdorf Goodman. I was immediately attracted to her, and she was immediately attracted to me. And we had
Wait a
this
second, is he talking about the lady that he never knew? Is he talking about the lady? Let me rewind a bit. I gotta know. Is he talking? She was attracted to me the moment she saw me. The lady that I don't even know. Let me replay that. This can't be serious. This can't be real.
Just so you understand, ready? I never met this woman. I never saw this woman. This woman said, I met her at the front door of Bergdorf Goodman, which I rarely go into other than for a couple of charities. I met her in the front door. She was about 60 years old, and this is like 22, 23 years ago. I met her in the front door of Bergdorf Goodman. I was immediately attracted to her, and she was immediately attracted to me.
Wait, is he telling his fucking Yankee? Please tell me I'm hearing this correct. Please tell me I'm not hearing this correctly. He's describing his memory of interacting with her, even though literally just like 5 seconds ago he claimed to have never met her before.
Yes, I was starting to play like a fucking R&B riff to it because of the way he's describing it.
Is
He's
he-
like
is
writing
he-
like an R&B song.
Is he literally
He's like-
describe? I gotta see if I'm the only one thinking this. There is no
60 years
way.
old.
There's no way. I gotta see. Scroll down. Holy shit,
Like,
he did a
bitch,
shit
why
ton.
talking about her like he was talking about 50 Shades of
Ah,
Grey
shit,
or
it's
something
just
like that.
I never met her. Next, we met at the front door and went upstairs. When Trump plays the air accordion, he's lying. Well, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one seeing that this
Oh,
is
the
there's
air
a blatant
accordion.
fucking. He literally says he never met her and then goes to a story about how he met her. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm
Like,
not the only
this is
one.
how I met your mother.
This is how I met your mother. By the way, did you know I never knew her?
I don't know who
Of
this
sex-
woman even is.
I
How
don't
could she
even-
be the mother of my child.
This is what's going on, right? He's saying, I never met this woman in my life, but here's how I met her. I met her in the hallway. This woman that I don't even remember. This has got who takes this seriously? Who takes that seriously? I'm gonna strangle the next fucking person I see who votes for this guy after seeing this fucking shit. It's so stupid.
Never
Let me
met
know
this
if you
woman.
need
I
me to
never
bail you
saw
out of
this.
jail, dude.
What?
Let me know if you need me to bail you out of jail after that.
Tell me about it.
Woman. This woman said, I met her at the front door of Bergdorf Goodman, which I rarely go into other than for a couple of charities. I met her in the front door. She was about 60 years old, and this is like 22, 23 years ago. I met her in the front door of Bergdorf Goodman. I was immediately attracted to her, and she was immediately attracted to me. And we had this great chemistry. We're walking into a crowded department store.
He does.
We
This
had
is
this
not
great
stuff you
chemistry,
should-
and a few minutes.
This is not stuff you should be able to recall if you've never met her, you fucking troglodyte. How do you...
Later, we end
I'm
up
just
in
gonna play. I'm just gonna play it. I can't fucking stay here all day.
a room, a dressing room of Bergdorf Goodman, right near the cash register. And then she found out there were locks on the door. So she said, I found one that was open. She found one. She learned this at trial. She found one that was open. What kind of a woman meets somebody and brings them up, and within minutes you're playing hanky-panky in a dressing room, okay?
Keep paying.
Oh,
These
so
nuts about the I've got a fucking tweet.
wow, wow, bow, chicka, wow, wow. like, dude's literally writing like a love song about her, even though he actually raped her, but like still. First of all, fuck a bitch in the clink clink.
What?
Oh no, I was just like singing Tupac.
Did you
Like,
see what I
first
texted?
of all, fuck.
Did
Oh,
you see?
wait,
Did
yeah,
you see what I typed?
I did.
Trump.
I did.
I never met this woman. 8 seconds later, so we met in the stairs, and we both got horny at the sight of each other. Oh. Oh.
Mr. President,
ready?
can I
And I swear
ask
on
you,
my-
ask you, given your recounting
I
your
don't know
version.
who, and I tell you this.
But Mr.
Are
President,
you ready?
can I
And I
can
swear
I ask
on
you
my
because
children, which I'd never do. I have no idea who this woman. This is a fake.
You have no idea who the woman is. You just said grabbed her. You fucking met her. You fucking retard.
This is a fake woman that I fucked a little bit ago. She was totally consensual, but I never met her. I never met this woman, but we fucked. It was totally consensual, though. Trust me, she was her ID the whole time. In a department store. By the way, she was 6 years old, and I was immediately attracted to that body. Look at that. Oh my god, that pear-shaped booty.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, dude. I know. I'm gonna fucking go ape shit, dude. I want to punch a baby right now. He goes from, I never met this woman, I don't even know who she is, to talking about how they both got horny and fucked each other, and now he's back to, by the way, I never met her. What?
I never met
so,
this horny bitch in my
how do
life.
you do this? How do you, oh my god. I am at a loss. I am literally at a fucking loss, dude. How do people listen to this guy and think he is mentally competent? He's got a worse fucking memory than a fucking goldfish. He's got the intelligence of an aborted fetus. And I'm talking about like at 3 weeks, not at fucking 9 months. How?
Story, made up story. We had a horrible Clinton appointed judge. He was horrible. He allowed her to put everything in. He allowed us to put nothing in.
Mr. President,
this is a
you're
fake
recounting your version of
story.
events here right now. Can I ask you, given your recount?
Women let. Uh-oh.
Defended the comments that you made was a taped deposition of you from October, and you defended the comments that you
does
made.
Does she look like Crystal Ball? Is it just me, or does she look like Crystal Ball? Do you know who Crystal
Ball?
She's another progressive political commentator. Here, let me look her up real quick. She looks like Crystal Ball.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Trump looking like Crystal Ball.
No, this Crystal Ball.
About on my fortune circus.
I legit thought this was Crystal Ball when I first saw her. Is it just me, or did they not look the same?
You're gonna hate me for this. You're gonna hate me for this.
What is it?
She looks like fucking Dylan Mulvaney if Dylan Mulvaney was actually hot.
I don't. I see the resemblance.
Oh my gosh.
Caitlin Collins. They all look the fucking same.
Yo.
Oh my
Somebody tell him
gosh.
to pick up her sister.
They look so fucking similar. Especially this
If
picture
Caitlyn
of her.
says anything okay, if Caitlyn says anything transphobic about Dylan, you should like tell her to not talk about her sister like that.
They all actually look kind of the same.
Oh my god.
Do you
She
see?
discovered
Am I the only one that
something
sees?
new.
She looks kind of in that photo, but in this photo, she doesn't look too bad. She doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, like I
But
said, like,
holy
they
shit,
look
they
so
all look the
beautiful.
same, dude.
right?
Oh my gosh. Seriously, I thought she was Crystal Ball when I first saw her. I'm not kidding. Okay, back to the video.
was a tape deposition of you from October, and you defended the comments that you made on that Access Hollywood tape about being able to grab women how you want. Do you stand by those comments?
I
Say
said
it,
if you're-
pussy. Say he wanted to grab women by the pussy.
And how you want. Do you stand by those comments?
I said if you're famous and rich or whatever I said, but I said if you're a star, you are, and I said women let you. I didn't say you.
Is it just me, or does his, when he puckers his lips like that, does it look like a butthole?
It happens a lot, especially to the aging.
Look at that.
Aging.
It looks like a
populace.
butthole.
Yeah, you got them.
Got the
Birdie
booty
butthole
hole
lips.
lips.
You are-
Little birdie's asshole.
Asshole
Little-
lips.
Little bird asshole.
What?
And I said women let you. I didn't say you grab. I said women let. You know, you didn't use that word, but if you look, women let you. Now, they said, will you take that back? I said, look, for 1,000,000 years, this is the way it's been. I want to be honest. This is the way it's been. I can take it back if you'd like to, but if you're a famous person, if you're a star, and I'm not referring to myself, I'm saying people that are famous, people that are
You were
stars,
asked in the deposition, do
people
you
that are
consider
rich,
yourself to be a star, and
people
you
that are
said yes.
powerful, they tend to do pretty well in a lot of different ways, okay? And you would like me to take that back? I can't take it back because it happens to be true. I said it's been true for 1,000,000 years, approximately 1,000,000 years, perhaps a little bit longer than that.
So you stand by those comments?
Well, I don't want to lie.
Mr. President,
here-
Just say yes or no, you fucking batshit turd waffle.
I mean, humans during the dawn of time.
Humans
you
during
know,
the
I just
dawn of
got this
time
big
have
thought-
let superstars rape them. The
I
cavemen.
mean, you gotta
I guess
like
there
have
were
the
fucking.
giant love.
I guess there were fucking cavemen stars or something. Cavemen had stars, I guess. Okay, apparently
Oh,
she
you're
gave
from
up.
that painting in 2 caves that way.
Let's
Great
see. Caitlin Comments is giving up fact checking him. Okay, let's see.
And then we were given a gift from China, and China paid a big price. And let me tell you something. I took in hundreds of billions of dollars in taxes from China. But prior to COVID coming in, and then I rebuilt the economy again, a second time.
No, you didn't, you fucking turd.
No, you didn't.
This is. Do people have the attention span of a goldfish or something like that? Because he did not fucking
What?
rebuild the economy. The economy was going to shit under him all the way to 2021.
Right?
I fucking hurt my
like-
hand by
here's what
banging
you
on my
did, right?
desk, but what?
A lot of this is I think I've heard about this type of like manipulation before, but sometimes like Republicans would put in like good, well, not good, but like, you know, quote unquote good tax reforms or economic plans where it seems like it's benefiting the person, even though the average person, even though long term it's not. It would cause the economy to crash.
That's called
or it would just
Reaganomics.
make things worse.
Or trickle down economics.
Yeah,
that's
that's
literally
what-
their entire fucking
That's
thing.
basically what.
Cut taxes for the rich and hope it trickles down to the poor. It doesn't fucking trickle down to the poor. That's full of shit. They're just a bunch of fucking elitists. And then that comes at the expense of the economy because you don't have any money to fucking pay for shit. And then when you fucking don't tax the rich anymore and you don't have the money to pay for shit, that's gonna fall onto the middle and lower class. We end up fucking taking up the burden that should be on the
Can't
rich.
We can't fund your fourth baby mama, Trump.
I mean,
Can't
at
fund
this
your
point,
four baby mamas.
he's lost $5 million to fund his baby mama. So since he
guess
since
so.
he was found liable for sexually abusing E. Jean Carroll.
But we had, prior to
Right.
COVID coming in as from China, from Wuhan, which I said it came from Wuhan. Everybody said, oh, you're wrong about that. You're wrong. It came.
Oh my gosh, the Kung
Who
Flu
said we're wrong
Wuhan
about
virus.
that?
Okay, let's see. He endorses a.
We move forward. What do you think about the United States' current debt situation, and how can we move forward?
Such an important question. So we're at $33 trillion, a number that nobody ever thought possible. When we had our economy rocking and rolling just prior to COVID coming in, like literally, we were making a fortune. And oil, we were going to make so much money from oil, we were going to start paying off debt. But then with COVID coming in, we had to do other things. We had to keep this country alive because it was so serious. But we have to get the country back. We have to lower energy prices. We have to lower interest rates. Interest rates are through the roof. Energy has to come down. It all has to come down, and we have to start paying off debt. But when we have a debt limit, and they use that very seriously to me. They came in, Schumer came in with Nancy Pelosi, and they were using it. We'll violate it. We'll do whatever. They talked a whole lot different than they do right now. I say to the Republicans out there, congressmen, senators, if they don't give you massive cuts, you're going to have to do a default. And I don't believe they're going to do a default because I think the Democrats will absolutely cave because you don't want to have that happen. But it's better than what we're doing right now because we're spending money like drunken sailors.
So
You know
just
the
to be clear,
expression?
Mr. President,
What
you think
is
the
he
U.S. should
talking
default?
about? We aren't spending them. We're not spending anything that's like outrageously bad right now, and it's certainly not going to anything that's helping the American citizens. Like, this dude's just flat out endorsing the economy falling to shit. He wants this country to collapse. I mean, that's exactly the point. That's exactly what Republicans want. Republicans want the country to collapse under Biden so they can get elected in 2024. They literally have been doing everything they can since Biden got elected to sabotage his presidency so they can get Trump or DeSantis or whoever else reelected in 2024. And then the Democrats will do that with Trump as well, mind you, because they're all fucking idiots playing team politics while our lives are in the hands and shit. But it's like, come the fuck on, nobody, our fucking, one second.
They literally only care about other rich people.
Literally, they just fucking care about other rich people, and that's it. They do not care about us at all.
If
Yeah,
the
like-
White House does.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I mean, like, I think we already saw it ourselves, right? It's like they don't really care, like, what collapse or what happens. Like, in fact, like you said,
They
like,
don't
even
care.
want,
They flat out don't.
yeah,
It
they
doesn't
want
affect
it to
them at all.
happen.
It affects us, but them, no. It doesn't affect them at all. They still get their paycheck at the end of the day. They're all fucking rich.
Does not agree to the spending cuts Republicans
Well,
are
you might
demanding.
as well do it now because you'll do it later. Because we have to save this country. Our country.
Save the country by destroying its economy? This guy's supposed to be a fucking billionaire. He's supposed to be a businessman. Does he not know what a default is?
I bet.
Does he not
I guess he
know?
doesn't.
We've got to save this country by defaulting and destroying the economy. What a load of bullshit.
Is dying. Our country is being destroyed by stupid people, by very stupid
He is.
people.
You once said that using the debt ceiling as a negotiating wedge just could not happen. You said that when you were in the
That's
Oval
when I was
Office.
president.
So why is it different now that you're out of office?
Because now I'm not president.
What a fucking smartass. What a smartass.
Fucking smart, five-headed comment right there, my guy. Fucking, because I'm not president.
This guy has not only been president, but he can also be president again. The fact that this is even a possible outcome is absolutely nuts. It is so fucking bad for this country. We are a laughingstock. Outside of our fucking military, we are a complete laughingstock in every single way compared to the rest of the developed world. We have incompetent leaders. Our economy is fucking shit. Our welfare is fucking shit. The only thing we have going for us is our military. That's literally it.
It's not the gun.
Now, freedom oil. Freedom oil.
Freedom oil. Okay, let's see what this is. We have a very big problem in this country. Not the gun that pulls the trigger, it's the person that pulls. Okay, I think I saw this part. I agree with that, honestly. I'm staunchly pro-gun, though, so.
Any new gun restrictions that you would this year? There have already been more than 200 mass shootings in 2023. If you are reelected, are there any new gun restrictions that you would
This is where I hopped in earlier, by the way, when it was live.
sign into law?
I would do numerous things. For instance, schools. We would harden, very much harden, And I'm a very believer. I believe in teachers. I love teachers. I think they're incredible. And they love the children, not quite like the parents, but they love the children in many cases almost as much. Many of these teachers are soldiers, ex-policemen. They're people that really understand weapons, and you don't need 5% of the teachers would be more than you could ever have if you're going to hire security guards. But in addition to that, have security guards. You have to harden your entrances. You have to make schools safe, and you can make other places safe.
That just sounded like a word sandwich to me, but
It's basically him just lambasting the whole "we should arm the
It's a great
entire
question.
school staff" argument.
honestly,
Basically-
I'm gonna say a hot take because I'm like I just said, I'm honestly pro-gun. I'm not necessarily against arming teachers at this point, given that there's pretty much no fucking way we can stop these mass shootings with how many guns are circulating in this country. There's more guns in this country than there are people, and I'm not kidding. It's absolutely nuts, and no fucking regulations or whatever is gonna stop it at this point. They'll just get it from the black market like we do with fucking drugs and shit. The criminals will learn to adapt while we are left more and more unarmed as time goes on because our politicians are too fucking stupid to address the root of the problem, which is poverty, mental health issues, fucking shit healthcare and all that stuff. Most of the mass shootings that take place could be solved with a little bit of fucking healthcare and also a lot less political division. That's literally all it
Oh,
takes.
and like
90% of shootings would go away if we just solved those two fucking issues. It's not the fucking
Yeah.
guns. It's the fact that they are fucking mentally deranged because of all this shit going on, and the fact that they don't have any access to mental health care.
yeah, and also the fact that people keep like driving them to do these types of things too. Even though I'm not gonna say that's an excuse because being bullied
course
is
it's
not
not.
an excuse, but it's just sort of like a lot of the times, the people who are getting severely bullied are usually the ones that are being driven towards committing those types of acts in the first place.
Of course. It's fucking nuts. We have a serious bullying problem in this country. We need to figure that out as well. We have to fix society, not ban the guns. If you ban the guns, you're just leaving more and more people unarmed for not only mass shooters, but for like a possible fucking fasci revolution when a bunch of magaloids are gonna come killing people like you and me for being progressive or far left or whatever. That's what's gonna that's pretty likely going to happen, and that's why I'm armed right now. I have a fucking gun that I bought like a few weeks ago. It's the Smith & Wesson Equalizer, and it's my new baby. But I bought that shit because self-defense, because I live in a very deep red state. I am an anarchist, and I'm pretty open about that. I'm not afraid to hide the fact that I'm an anarchist, libertarian, socialist, whatever the fuck you want to call me. And I've been harassed before already for it by coworkers and stuff. So it's like I'm in a pretty tough spot. So I'm learning pretty much all the ways I could do self-defense for myself, at least. You got anything else to say, or?
Not really. I mean, it's like I said. It's
Would you
sort
say
of
you're
something
pro-gun,
that-
or are you kind of like moderate on
So
gun
here's the
control?
thing, right?
Mm.
I think that we should definitely eliminate the selling of guns in like gun shows and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I also think that you should at least have like a more thorough like mental health screening because they literally just ask you if you've been diagnosed with depression.
Bro,
or, like, bipolar disorder.
I'm not even kidding. All that I did to buy a gun in Texas, where I live, is answer 24 questions about like background questions about like, am I the purchaser of the gun? Have I ever been convicted of a felony? And then 20 minutes later, the gun was in my hands. That's it.
Yeah, like
I'm in favor of like gun control in the sense of more like background screening and stuff because it's laughably bad here. Literally 24 questions. You can find them on the internet so you know how to answer them before you even go in. 20 minutes later, bam, I had a gun in my hands. It's like, that's it. And I remember my dad was like, "Don't you love Texas? Isn't this awesome?" And I'm over here like, on one hand, I'm glad I got my gun, but on the other hand, no wonder there's so many fucking shootings here. You know? There's a reason
Yeah,
there's so
like, I
many
know
shootings in red states, and this easy access where you can buy a gun in 20 fucking minutes after a weak ass background check is why. So I'm in favor
right.
of gun control, and that's that. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was saying like it's kind of like a meme where it's just like, you gonna do anything with it? No. Okay, here.
Literally. And I'm in favor of gun control in that sense, but when it comes to like the guns themselves, I believe if the state has it, you should have it, and that does not include missiles or nukes. By the way, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, so you think this average citizen should have nukes?" And I'm sitting here like, where did you get that from? A nuclear bomb is not a gun. I'm talking about guns, you fucking retard. But yeah, I digress.
Yeah,
I'm in favor of
like
like
we have.
giving people full autos. I'm in favor of buying that kind of stuff. I'm in favor of fucking miniguns for civilians. I know it sounds like a hot take, especially for a leftist, but I'm in favor of all of that. I hate how we're banning like certain parts of guns, like a bump stock or whatever the fuck. I don't see why we're banning that kind of stuff. It doesn't really make that much of a difference to my knowledge, but it's like super fucking stupid and virtue signaling to ban stuff like that. Did you want to say anything else, or you there?
Oh yeah, I am. I'm just researching as to what a bump stock actually is.
I mean, that was just like an example. I don't know if that was specifically the one that was banned, but I do remember like there's certain stocks and shit that are being banned, and I'm like, why? Why are those ones in particular being banned? I don't get it. Is it because they were attached to a mass shooter's gun or something like that? There's no logical reason to ban like one stock, yet fucking keep another, or ban suppressors or some shit. What the fuck is up with banning suppressors anyways? They don't make the gun like as quiet as a church mouse like in fucking video games or movies. All it does is silence the gun to a point to where you don't have to hear hearing muffs. If you hear a gun with a suppressor, it's still extremely loud, and you could probably hear it throughout for like another fucking mile. It's just that it's not going to make your ears bleed. Like,
Yeah.
it makes no fucking sense. These people just get their ideas of guns from like fucking movies and shit. It's deranged. Politicians are idiots. They're complete fucking retards. Our fucking government is being ran by incompetent fools who get their ideas about guns from the fucking media and from fucking movies. It's nuts. Anyways, ready to get back to the video?
Yeah.
How do you plan to appeal to women voters in New Hampshire who are concerned about the Dobbs decision and how states may change their laws?
It's such a great question, and it was such a great victory, and people are starting to understand it now. You know that they wanted to bring it back to the states, but that was probably the least important part of that victory. Getting rid of Roe v. Wade was an incredible thing for pro-life because it gave pro-life something to negotiate with. Pro-life had absolutely nothing being stuck in Roe v. Wade to negotiate with. And now what's happening, and I see it all over, deals are being made, deals are going to be made, and look, everybody that was president wanted to get rid and tried to get rid of Roe v. Wade.
You mean
for 50
Republicans?
years. Republicans. For 50 years.
Of course, only Republicans.
This has been going on, actually a couple of Democrats too, but for 50 years this has been going on. I was able to do it, and I was very honored to do it. But by doing it, things are happening that are very, very positive. And I happen to believe in the exceptions, the life of the mother, rape, incest, like Ronald Reagan believed in the exceptions. But I happen to believe that. I think it's frankly important to do that, but a lot of people are, against that. A relatively small.
Okay, well, you get the point. I need to get to bed because I'm fucking tired.